Hey gang, welcome to Darrell and Tents. I'm here at the Andrew County Lake Club with my old buddy Ted. We're camping out tonight under a tarp. Going to plan to use the homemade backpacking wood stove tonight and take that for a test drive. Fall is upon us, and so time to test the cooler weather gear. For dinner tonight, Ted's got a great recipe for Cornish hens in Dutch ovens. You're going to love it. Tonight you're going to want to like this, you're going to want to share this, you're going to want to subscribe. I'm glad you're here. Well, listen, I'm here with my buddy Ted, and Ted, what's on the menu for tonight? What are you making?
So we're making Cornish hens, and we're going to make some gravy, and we're going to do some chicken dressing,
Okay.
and green beans with bacon mix.
I love it
And
already.
for dessert, we're going to do Reese's cookie.
You're going to make a Reese's cookie?
Reese's cookie for
I
dessert.
love it. On the campfire.
On campfire.
I love it. All right, well, let's get started. Where do we start?
So we get the Cornish hens, we get them all thawed out. Yeah, you go through them just to make sure there's no ice particles in them.
All right.
And if there's any ice particles, you take those out. Each Cornish hen then is going to get a half a stick of butter.
All right.
And you're going to stick it right up the
Hello.
the rear end there.
Okay, sure. Why not?
And then we're going to stick them in here to get them ready for basting.
Okay.
Once we're at that point, soak them in olive oil.
Little olive oil. Okay.
And soak them down really good with that to get,
Great.
don't want to spare that too bad.
Heavens no.
And then once you get to that, we're going to take some rodeo rub or any type of rub that you like to use, and really soak them down with some rub,
Great.
and try to baste them and get them get the rub
Sure.
rubbed all through them real quick.
Just have a name, or it's just Ted's Cornish hens?
It's
A la Ted.
I've actually kind of stole it from my old buddy Kent Rollins.
Oh, who doesn't
But,
steal from Kent Rollins?
Kent's been around a long time, and he's really got some good recipes. So
Great.
that's where I kind of stole it from. So,
Love it.
so I got to give him the credit. But,
Sure.
so get my Dutch oven ready, and you're going to take 32 ounces of chicken broth
All right. All right.
and put that inside your Dutch oven.
Okay.
Just pour the whole container in there. So once we get that, then we'll take the chicken and move them over here.
Sure. Sure.
And then you'll want to take these wings on this chicken,
Yep.
and kind of tie them back, because when you set those in there, you want the chicken breast to lay on something.
Okay.
So
All right. Perfect.
so once you got those in there, the next step is to take a couple of slices of bacon per bird.
Great.
And we'll go back to my rub, and then we're going to pour some more rub on there to get that worked in.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll take some lemon juice, about a quarter of a cup.
Okay.
roughly,
Sure. Sure.
just to put
All
it
right.
around. And at that point, we're done. We'll put the lid on it, put it on the coals, and this is one of those pots you don't want to sit directly on the coals. You want to have a stand
Okay.
so it doesn't burn the bottom
Sure,
of your
sure.
chickens.
Great.
But you do want to add your coals to the top of the pan, which we can show that here.
All
in a
right,
minute.
great.
So,
Got the trivet there. Spreading the coals out there. Great.
try to get that as level as you can.
Good. And the rest of them on the top, sure.
And one of the things about this recipe, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and you'll probably burn through your coals pretty quick. So I will start some more coals
Okay.
just to get those going, just in case we need them to finish off the fire
Good call.
as we go. So
All right, well, we're going to let that bake, and we'll keep you posted. Okay, Ted, what do we got?
So what we did when we put this on, we put aluminum foil over the top of it to keep from browning the chicken
Okay.
right out of the gate.
Great.
But I just took it off,
Wow.
and here's our Cornish hens. I tested the temperature, and we're over the 165 mark, which is good for the poultry. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over, and we're going to get our green beans going and our stuffing, and then we'll come back and make the gravy over here.
Great.
So what I've done is I've browned some bacon.
All right, yep, got
in the
that
skillet.
brown.
Then we're going to take some regular green beans.
Sure.
Bacon grease will make it really good. So, and then on this pot we are starting the stuffing mix. And what we're doing here is just standard cheap stuffing mix from the store that's
Sure.
in a box. And all
Great.
it takes is a cup and a half of boiling water and a quarter of a stick of butter melted
Great.
down. And as soon as that melts down, we'll dump our stuffing mix in there, let that sit, and we'll be
Sure.
good to go.
Okay, Ted, what are we thinking?
So what we're going to do is we're going to take these Cornish hens out and then get ready
Look at that chicken stock boiling over there.
to make our gravy.
Great.
So you want to get the bacon out with them as well. And these babies cooked up really tender. So what I'm going to cover that in aluminum foil to keep the heat going.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll take all this broth and we're going to make chicken gravy out of that to go over the top of our stuffing and our chickens.
Of course we are.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to put the recipe down in the description. You'll be able to access that. Now, what are we doing here, Ted?
so we're going to make some gravy now. So we're going to take a little can of cream of chicken soup,
Sure.
basically a 10.5 ounce can.
All right.
We're going to dump her right in there.
Right in the boiling chicken broth.
Then we're going to take some whipping cream, just a half a pint,
Why wouldn't we?
and we're going to pour that in there. And that goes there. Then I'm going to stir that in a little bit to get that cooking. The next secret is we're going to take and we're going to put 3/4 cup of water in a measuring cup,
All right.
and then we're going to mix in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch,
Sure.
2 tablespoons, to thicken up this gravy is what we're trying to achieve. So that's ready. So as that pours in, we're going to stir as we pour that in. That's the
All right.
secret to this. And this will thicken that right on up.
Mmm. Wow. That smells terrific.
So we got to let that come back to a boil here, and that will thicken right up for us.
So while Ted is finishing up dinner, let me take you down here and show you my white trash setup for tonight. Awful proud of it. This is a Harbor Freight tarp. Oh yeah. 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. 11 by 15 is what I have. Possibly too big, but this is what I consider a 2-man tarp. So yeah. So I mean, I've got more guy lines and guy wires. I just this is stainless steel shim that I purchased, and 10-foot roll. I want an 8-foot roll. I believe it's 12 inches wide. Rolled it up, put a rain cap on top, guy wired it out, guy lined it out, right? Ran it through the stove jack into my backpacking stove right there. You've seen that before. I've got a in my playlist. I've got when I was building that, and yeah, so I've got underneath it, I've got the fire resistant tarp as well as the RV mats, and yeah, Ted and I are going to call this home for tonight, and supposed to get down in the 30s, but I'm confident that little backpacking stove, and the thing collapses down to where you can pack it in a backpack. It just collapses on top of itself, and yeah, works out pretty good. So we'll fire it up tonight and burn in this stovepipe, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut this bird open here, see if I can't figure out how to get a little gravy in there. Man, that's a tender hen there, Ted. Nice job.
Thank you.
We've got the Cornish hens and the bacon and the green beans and the stuffing. I'm just gonna peel that off there. A little bit. And I'm going to go find some gravy and drizzle it over the entire plate. All right, I'll be right back. Would you look at that? Cornish hens stuffing, green beans with bacon, and chicken gravy over the whole thing. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Okay, well, Ted's done his work here. I'm going to cut some of that chicken off that bone. Throw a little stuffing with the gravy on there. Bon appetit. Ted, that's incredible.
Awesome.
Incredible. Wow. All right, we're going to eat some dinner and wait till you see dessert. If you think this is something, wait till you see dessert. Okay, Ted, what are we doing for dessert?
Reese's peanut butter cup cookie.
Okay.
So what I've done is we've got a cast iron skillet. I went ahead and put aluminum foil in the bottom of it.
Sure.
And we're going to create a little bit of an oven effect with some tin foil. So we're going to put that over the top.
All right.
And that way the heat will dissipate and it will cook it nice and smooth all the way through.
And are we doing this on the stove or are we doing it on the coals?
We're going to do it on the coals.
Great.
We're just going to put it right in the fire and cook it away. So
about how long do you let that cook?
I'm thinking probably 8 minutes to 12. I've not done this before, so it's new to me. So
we're going to find out.
We're going to try it.
Thanks. Well, so let me tell you what I've got here. So I've got a ridge line that I've tied to this tree all the way across. And on this end, I'm using a trekking pole to suspend this in. All right. You can see down here, there's my backpacking wood stove. There's a mattress pad with a sleeping bag and some different camping items for inside the tent. And then this is Ted's side. It's about a 4-inch thick firm rubber pad in a David Ellis swag bag, which is great. Cowboy bedroll. So he'll throw his stuff right on top of there actually for tonight, and we'll put a fire in the fireplace a little bit later. But that's the way this works. There's the brand new stainless 8-foot. You know, I'm gonna cut it down, but to be honest with you, for what I paid for it, it's so expensive. I just couldn't bring myself to cut it down quite yet. So I'm burning it in, and the word is that the metal will create kind of a memory type function, so that the next time I go to roll this up, it'll be very simple to do. Got some guy lines in 4 different places, so if there's any wind or anything, and then a rain cap on the top. I've staked down the tarp. You can see that, and actually just used even those stakes as the place to suspend the guy lines for the chimney. And then on this side, by having this really it's flex seal tape on here that just kind of creates a little more space inside there, especially on the half that has the stove in it. And used a trekking pole to create a little bit of a resistance there, and to open that up. So the last thing I'm going to do before it gets dark is I'm going to put some I'm going to take another tarp and honestly just some paper binders, you know, binding clips. I'm going to put on this end, and I'm going to put another tarp on the other end, and that really should hold in the heat fairly well. So going to get into the 30s tonight, so this is going to be a good first test for this stovepipe, and first test for the fall. Okay, Ted, what are you thinking?
So what I came to realize is I put that right on the coals, and it started getting hot on the bottom, but we saved it in time, so I raised it up and put the stand underneath of it.
Okay.
And put a piece of aluminum foil over the top for that oven part.
Okay, sure.
And then I ended up going ahead and just putting my lid on it and putting coals on the top so we can bake it the opposite direction. So
good call.
This is the first time we've tried this, so kind of live and learn.
Let's see about baking a skillet cookie. Why wouldn't we? All right, Ted, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Oh, hey, there you go. I think it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Cut's pretty good.
Nice and crispy.
Perfect. Thanks, Ted.
Try.
Look at that. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Not too hot. Tastes great to me. Nice job, Ted.
Thank you.
Tastes great. Very peanut butter. Very good. All right, well, we're going to put a fire in the fireplace and in the fire pit over here and sit around and talk for a little bit. You're sure welcome to join us. Well, it's pushing 9 o'clock. We're not going to call it a night, but this fire is going down, and we do want to go light a fire in the fireplace in the tent and burn in that stove tonight. So we're going to head that way. I'll catch you once I get inside there. Okay, well, Ted's on the canvas side. I'm on the red mattress side. How you doing? That's me. And I'm very curious to see right along the seam here if this is going to smoke and going to leak, or if it's going to go up into the tube. We're going to find out. Only one way to find out. So what I've done for just the practice run tonight is, I got one of these little Duraflame fire starters. 4.5 ounce. Not sure how long they're supposed to burn, but we're going to find out. Now, if you remember from the website where I was showing you what I was building, about an inch from the top, there's actually a shelf that starts at the front and goes back 3/4 of the way, and so the smoke draws back to the back of the stove and back along up on top of that shelf out. So the reason I did it that way is so that the smoke really wouldn't come out of the front, but that it really would draw to the back over that shelf and back up and out. So it has really worked amazingly well. Rarely do I even keep the door to the thing open, closed, because even wide open, there's no smoke coming into the tent. So we're going to give it a shot tonight with this new stovepipe, and I'll be very curious to see how that works. So I'm going to just set that in here, and let's just kind of see what happens. I should be able to turn my light off, and you should still be able to see the flame inside. And so, so far, once again, no smoke coming out of the front, because the draw pulls the smoke to the back, over that shelf, and up and out the stovepipe. So I'd love to say that I'm a genius. I'm just really not, but I've played with some different rocket stoves and some different kind of stoves enough that I thought, hey, this might work. So I did contact Dave. I'll put his link in the. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a link to his video that gave me the idea for the wood stove, and then I told him that I did put the window in. That was an idea that I had, and then I also put the shelf in. And actually, my old buddy Dave, God bless him, told everybody on his 15,000 subscriber channel that I improved his design, and so that was awful nice of him. I'm trying to see, do we have smoke coming out the top, Ted?
I don't see any.
We okay? Good. Okay. If you see over here, it's 50 degrees in here right now as we light the fire. See that, Ted?
Yep.
I don't know if my friends can see, but clear on the other side of the tent. I've got a thermostat, a thermometer actually up there, so that I can monitor. Hey, what's it doing? How's it looking? How's it coming? So yeah, that's what we got. All right, well, we're going to keep playing here. Yeah, no smoke inside here yet, and the flame is actually drawing, being sucked into the back, and as I would have expected. And once again, the door is wide open, and yet no smoke in the tent. And you know what? That is one hot stainless steel stovepipe. All right, I'll keep you posted. Well, the stove's working pretty well, I'm gonna say. Let me open the door. And we've got dancing flames. We've got no smoke coming in. Ted, can you see with a light what's that thermometer say on the wall?
Let me 62?
62 degrees, and it was 50 15 minutes ago. So yeah, I think it's gonna work, man. I think it's gonna work. All right, well, listen, it's I don't know, about 9:30. We're just gonna sit here and jaw for a little bit, and one of us is gonna doze off first, but I'll catch you first thing in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The alarm just went off, and I don't know, it got down into, it looked like about 39 degrees earlier this morning. I can see my breath right now. So, yeah, a little cool, not bad, but bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Gonna load all this stuff up and head on back home. Been a great night, great dinner. Thanks to my old buddy Ted for a great night out. And I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, click the like button. If you like the channel, click the subscribe button. And if you click the notification bell right next to the subscribe button, then every time I take a new excursion, I'll bring you along. Thanks for watching. God bless.